Hi guys, it's Aubrey with Moxie Mind and Body Pilates Studio, and today I'm outside on my front porch because it's too nice to be inside. So grab your mats if you want to take a step outside and follow along this little tutorial on some pelvic tilts to make sure that you're not becoming a mother tucker. When you're doing your Pilates, you're keeping length and space in your low back and not gripping the hips or compressing the low back. So we're just going to do a couple pelvic tilts, and I'm going to show the correct way and also the not so correct way. So you can tell, are you creating length and space or are you tucking? So we're going to start lying back on our mat, knees bent, hips socket width apart. So I have my back on the mat, pelvis on the mat, legs hip width apart. I'm going to make a triangle with my hands, and I'm going to place the fingertips on my pubic bone and the heel of my hand on my hip bones. Now, there's 2 points there, the pubic bone and the hip bones, that you want to make sure are in the same plane, they're level. So envision you have a cup of water sitting there filled to the brim. And if the cup of water was sitting there, it shouldn't be spilling to the left, it shouldn't be spilling to the right, it shouldn't be spilling to your toes, it shouldn't be spilling to your belly button, right? It's just filled to the brim. So that's how you can tell if your hip bones and pubic bone are level, you should be good to go. So when I go to take my pelvic tilt, I'm gonna envision spilling a little of that water to my belly button, and I'm gonna think of lengthening, reaching my tail longer on the mat. So now if I had this bowl of water here, it would be tipping towards my belly button, and I've gotten longer in my low back even though you saw the space disappear. All right, and then I'm just going to bring it back to where I was in that neutral position. Again, I'm going to lengthen my tail so I feel long and come back to center. Right, so there you can see almost a little space between my low back where my lumbar curve is. All right, now if I were to compress when I'm doing this and not actually create length and space, what it would look like is pushing my low back down into my mat and coming up. Ooh, that felt really not good. So don't do that, all right? And you'll probably also notice when I actually compress my back, you'll see like the neck and the shoulders come forward. So when we compress our low backs, it also compresses up in our neck. So we don't want to do that. I'm not even going to show it again because that felt so disgusting. So, so from here again, let's find where we're in our neutral position. Here's my hands on my hips, heels of hands on my hips, fingertips on the pubic bone. I'm going to lengthen my tail, and I feel almost like I'm scooping it out with an ice cream scoop and then bringing it back to center. And I'm lengthening my tail so my water spills to the belly button and come back to center, right? And the other way our pelvis can tilt would be spilling it away. We don't want to see that happening either right now. See how I'm getting more space in my low back? That's how you know if your water's spilling away. So you can just take those 3 to 5 times and see what's going on in your pelvis, and see when you lie back on the mat, do you naturally start already in a tucked position? Do you just lie back here and notice, wow, when I lay on my mat, the water already naturally wants to spill towards my belly button? So you might actually have to start here, be like, wow, it's already spilling, I'm already naturally in this tucked position, so I actually have to reach my tail longer just to get in that beginning position, right? So that they're even and you're not starting here. So find where you can be. Last time through, hip bones, pubic bone are equal. My water's filled to the brim. I actually have a little space in my low back here. You can even see the leaves maybe underneath from the tree underneath my back. I'm going to put my head on straight when I do this because it really doesn't feel good to do it turned. And we're going to reach the tail longer, spill towards the belly button, and bring it back to center. Feel my center scoop out and come back to center. That's it.